Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans. So lucky that I get to do a podcast with my partner in life and in podcasting, my husband, Allen.
Hey, train in the house.
That's loud.
We're at the big studio, the fancy studio.
You didn't say hello, I'm Allen.
Hello, I'm Allen. So I have all these fancy buttons to push.
Oh, Lord, I'm in trouble today. But we did come into the studio today because we have a guest in studio today and don't really have a lot of room at Evans Manor to make it happen.
We don't have room at Evans Manor?
Well, not with our podcast
for a guest
situation. It's very cramped. I barely fit.
Whoa.
in the podcasting situation. But before we invite our guest to the microphone, you know, we've been talking so much lately about fertility issues and the struggle to conceive. We had the Maybe Baby contest. Well, I want to tell you about something that wasn't around 12, 13 years ago when I was trying to conceive that I wish had been there. It might have really helped me at that time. But if you have ever struggled to conceive, you know that getting pregnant is not always easy and that timing is everything. You have to have, you know, your body has to be ovulating. Your temperature has to be right. What's your cycle? A lot of people try to track their cycles on the calendar. You are miracle people, and I don't know how you do it. But there's this wonderful thing called Ava.
Ava?
Yes, it's a Swiss startup company dedicated to advancing women's health, to breaking the taboos around discussing the menstrual cycle, which is what you have to keep track of in order to have your best chance of achieving pregnancy. They have this wearable medical device. It's a comfortable bracelet, and you wear it while you sleep, and it keeps track of all the things that are going on in your body while you're sleeping, but it is clinically proven to detect the 5 most fertile days of your cycle. So you wake up in the morning, all the information goes into the tracking thing. It'll say, beep, beep, these are your best times to get pregnant, that you should go for it. Clinically proven, the 5 most fertile days of your cycle. Once you get pregnant, hopefully that works for you. You now can use Ava to track the general health during your pregnancy, as well as get week-by-week updates on what to expect at each stage of pregnancy. And again, you only wear it at night, so it's not intrusive, even though it is comfortable, it is stylish. If you want to wear it around town, go ahead. But you just go to sleep wearing it, wake up with more insight into your health and the natural cycles. And plus, a really great thing that 20% of the price of Ava goes directly to the company's medical research and development in women's health.
Ladies, it's finally time to understand your body. Visit avawomen.com to learn more. And for listeners of our program, you can receive $20 off your order by going to avawomen.com/sandwich and use our code SANDWICH. Again, that's avawomen.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH for wherever you are in life.
We're not recording this podcast on our YouTube channel tonight, although we would love to have you join us another time on our YouTube channel if you're not aware of that. A Sandwich and Some Lovin', that's what it's called. We'd love for you to go find us and subscribe if you would, because we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up there. Alan's been working on some little video projects.
I have?
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Your cooking project.
I guess I better get those started.
We've been talking about the plant demos.
Yeah.
You're really big into landscaping.
Well, I
You've got
tell you what,
great advice for people.
People love those cooking videos. I don't know what it is about those things, but when I do a cooking video, people go crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, I mean, in a good way. So that's great.
Because you've been doing them on like your Instagram stories, but those are gone. They
leave in 24 hours. So we're going to start doing more of those on YouTube.
So go ahead over there if you have a minute. Go to YouTube. Just search for A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Like it, subscribe to it, set that little reminder, and whenever a new video pops up, you'll be notified of that. But also join us when we do record our podcast. But like Alan said, we're at my other job today at the Kid Craddock Morning Show Studios.
Fancy studio because we have a fancy guest.
That's right. She's actually become a friend of the podcast.
She is a friend of the podcast. She's been on twice before, I believe.
This will be the third time, making her the most frequent.
The most frequent guest we have. Yes. That's
right.
That's
so we
true.
welcome to the show. If you've heard her before, you know this is going to be good stuff. Paula Grooms.
Thank you.
Paula Grooms. Welcome.
So great to be here. What a nice introduction. I'm so honored.
Well, thank you, Paula. Alan's, the difference between this studio and our studio at home is he has sound effects buttons that if you hear that little noise in the background, Al's mashing buttons.
Oh.
Well, Alan is. Al's not.
Oh, did I say Al? I meant Alan's.
boy
I'm in the
stuff.
studio, so I get confused.
My man. Yeah, but yeah, Paula, welcome.
Thanks.
Great to see you.
Yeah, I want to catch up with you guys because it's been almost a year.
Oh, gosh.
I
that's so
know.
fast.
Has it really?
Yeah, you guys celebrated which anniversary this?
Well, July 1st will be our second.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it will be our second on July 1st. So, and after that, we can't call ourselves newlyweds anymore, right?
After 2 years?
Right.
Oh, go ahead. As long as you want.
That's all.
As long as we want.
Absolutely.
When do we start referring to each other as old battle axe?
Oh, God.
So the women always
Battle
have,
axe.
The women always have like the ball and chains, the old battle axe. What are the men called?
Oh, gosh. You men have. Go ahead.
No, I don't know.
don't
What
know
you
either.
tell me? What do you call us?
What is that?
Behind your back. That's
what do
one
you-
thing.
Oh, shoot. There's a famous term for what a guy calls, my old lady.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
hate
all,
that.
They're all for the women.
Oh, they're all for the women.
There
I
ain't
thought we were
nicknames
trying to
for the men.
I thought we were trying to come up with nicknames for
Oh,
the men.
Oh,
We don't call you anything because apparently we're kinder and gentler than the men.
absolutely.
That's what I hear. That's what I've been told.
But Paula is a relationship expert. She's actually, they call me the love expert on the Kid Craddock Morning Show only because people write to me for advice and I give it. And I don't have like a degree or anything. But you've actually gone to school. You've studied relationships. You've done tons of research and surveys to get the knowledge that you have about relationships.
Yes, in a way. I mean, I'm a social worker by trade and education. I wrote the book. A lot of it is life experience, of course, right? But also working with people in relationships, whether it's male and female, people in other relationships as well. But my focus now is completely dating and relationships.
Completely. And are you working on another book or are you still with the first one?
There's such a labor of love and so tough. I am working on another, but the first one is out. It's doing well, and that's Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One.
I've read that.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I remember because it was that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When I came to your house and
We had just started the podcast, and that was the first horrific audio issues we had. That was
And a long list of audio issues.
Yeah, where we had to.
Not your fault,
Yeah, it
Paula.
was
This
not
is-
your fault, Paula. We felt horrible.
Oh no, it turned out to be.
It was
fun.
great information. It's just people had to pump up the volume.
Did I mess that one up or did you mess that one up?
I was working the recorder that day. But somebody else told me they had the same thing happen where you press the record button and the wheels are spinning, but when you go back, nothing's there. That happened to part-time Justin as well.
Oh, no.
So we got that fixed. Now Alan's in charge of all the button pushing.
Ooh.
And I've screwed it up 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No.
But then we had Paula back, and that went off without a hitch. No audio problems.
That's right.
And we're fingers crossed because we had producer White Cheddar set us up today.
Yeah.
So this is all going to be good.
No, we're good. And hey, just quick life update, Paula. Well, you got some big news happen pretty recently, right? Can you update us on that?
I'm engaged.
Yeah.
Yes. Got
All right.
engaged last November.
Yeah.
Can't believe how fast it's going.
Yeah.
Yes. This whole year of firsts and, being engaged. And
Are you wedding
wonderful.
planning, or are y'all just kind of?
yes, we are. But it's kind of because I'm doing this whirlwind stuff with, my business and the coaching and the
Hard to
book.
do it all.
Yes. So so we're kind of timing with family and friends and all of that. So
Any good engagement stories to tell?
not telling.
No, you're not telling? Okay.
Saving it for the book.
All right.
Yeah, right?
what we're doing.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you obviously put all the principles in your book to work, and they all worked for you. Does your fiance know that you were working him? The art is not letting him know, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, that's right. Well, I call it the mechanics of a relationship. And what that is, and Alan, you'll probably, because I know you're a car guy.
Yeah, I love cars.
Right.
I sure do.
Most guys are car guys, right? And again, stereotypes, but gross generalizations. Women, we like cars. We like to just get in them. They're comfortable. They're pretty. We turn the key and it runs smoothly. And we don't have to do much, right? We just put some gas in, maybe check the oil once, every 4,000 miles or whatever. But that's it. We don't need to understand them or even want to understand them. And for guys with a real car, it's completely different. You love understanding them, right? You love getting under them if you can and getting greasy and and dirty and checking them out and knowing how they work.
You want to know all the
Washing them by
specs,
hand.
all the specs and everything. You got to understand all that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So in relationships, if the relationship were a car, it's if a woman is talking to a man, trying to get him to understand and be interested in a relationship in the way he's interested in a car, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Because he's not going to ever be that interested, Smiley, So in other words, if you want to talk to your guy about your relationship and sit him down and get him to understand exactly what's going on, because you get it. You know, as a woman, you understand exactly what's going on and why it's going on and how it could be fixed, right? But if we talk to you about it in that way, it's tantamount to getting us under a real car and you making us look at the real car and understanding it, wanting to understand it, wanting to get the particulars. And we're going to shut down because we don't want to do that, right?
Right.
It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an interesting thing that I work with in women in my program because, I can just say when we're on the phone, everything's via the phone, you're putting them under the car, the metaphorical car. And what happens is if in a relationship you're under the car too much, you know what happens? You don't want to fix that car because you really don't know how, right?
Right.
You just want to get a new car.
Oh.
And that's what we have to be careful of.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
What about
So what am I supposed to do?
do back seats of cars fit into this in any way?
Yeah. Well, maybe they're the children, right? I don't know.
Oh.
He was being seedy, Paula.
Oh,
Wasn't being
I get
seedy.
ya.
Wasn't seedy.
Ya. Well, sex comes into it, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Hopefully.
For the man, yeah, right?
Hopefully.
Big time, right? But when you're saying what to do, Kelly, it's that when you're the mechanic, it's like if we take the real car and you guys have your family car, whatever, or your car, Kelly, and you're having problems with it, you just want to kind of hand it over to Alan and say,
Tell me when it's fixed.
there you go.
Oh, this totally sounds like us.
Right?
Exactly like us. Yes.
Yeah. You want to say, I'm hearing this when I stop at the light, I'm hearing this banging or tick. I can't even make out what it is. I don't know. And then when I start up, it stops and starts. I'm having a problem. You kind of have an idea probably before you even say it.
Well, his first idea is user error. That is always, if something's
true.
going wrong, his first thing is it's probably user error.
Well, if it's something like, the back shade won't go down, the first thing I ask is, well, did you find the switch?
I've looked all over for the switch. I can't find the switch.
You can't find the switch? Did you then go to the owner's manual?
I don't know how to look it up in the owner's manual.
Right. Oh, it's so standard. It's so what we do, right?
Right.
Fix it for me.
Yeah.
Right. And in a relationship, it's just that. So when there's a problem, the difference here is when there's a problem, you're going to know it, Kelly, and you are going to feel it, but you're not really going to say anything about it because you're a guy and you don't want to kind of belie that you don't know.
That's true. I'd agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
And then eventually the engine explodes.
There you go. Right?
And then he just ends up.
And then you just go sputtering to the side of the road and the car blows up in a fiery ball.
Yeah. And it's why I work mostly with women, because we are the mechanics of a relationship. We know, and so it's how we keep the car oiled, running well, know what's wrong with it, know the owner, because some men are a Ferrari and some men are the sturdy pickup truck.
What am I, babe?
I don't know. I have to hear Paula describe that in a little more detail.
I got real excited. She started talking about cars. Okay.
There you go, right? There you go. Because that sturdy pickup, you can really bang it around and it's not going to be problematic. In other words, if you run it over potholes all the time and you're flooring it and you're doing all kinds of, it's not going to cause a lot of problems for you. You're still going to just do regular maintenance and it's going to be fine. But if you have a Ferrari, you can't really treat it like that, right? You got to be kind of more in tune with exactly when you're behind the wheel, exactly what's going on, a little persnickety, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't want a Ferrari then because they're always in the shop. And they're so delicate. I guess you have to decide. But some men with cars are the same way. If they love it and want it badly enough, they'll nurture it and take care of it. And other people, they're like, I don't have time for that. So I need just a regular, dependable car. I can get that. I see that.
Yeah, so it sounds like on one spectrum, you've got low maintenance, the old 48 Ford pick-me-up. And on this side, you got the Lambo. Looks good. You want to ride in that thing. It's a lot of maintenance. So spend a lot of time in the shop.
Right.
And it's expensive.
And you're going to be the woman is going to be doing high-level mechanics.
Oh.
Always tweaking, right? So you have to kind of know if that's what
not
you're...
me. That's not for me. I can't be with a Ferrari or a Lambo.
So I'm not a Ferrari or a Lambo.
You want to be, though. You want to
I
be
want to
because
be.
that's the flashy car. But do you want to be that high maintenance in a relationship? That's the analogy.
But would you really seriously describe me as high maintenance?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying, but I see where you want the flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, every guy wants to say, hey, man, I'm flashy.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between that good sturdy, that great like Lexus or Acura or wonderful, even, really high Honda. There's a big difference between that and your Lambo, as you put it.
And you know how I feel about a Lexus?
Yeah.
What's that?
The Lexus is my favorite.
That's your favorite.
You're a Lexus babe.
Thank you, babe. Wow, that's nice and very dependable,
They
but
have a great service department.
a little
They
flashy.
give you nuts and Cheez-Its, and they give you coffee and
Mints,
soft. Oh, they're
chocolate
the best
chip
service
cookies.
department. That's Lexus all the way. That's you, babe.
Thank you, babe.
Oh,
I'll take
how
that.
nice,
I'll take
right?
that.
Right?
I like that.
So you have to do the checkups, right? And you have to do what's needed to keep that on the road running smoothly. And that is up to the woman simply because of the difference between men and women. And you have the vested interest, the knowledge, right? And understanding, and you care about it in a way that while you do, Alan, you care about your relationship.
Yeah, well, of course.
Of course. But you just want it to work just like you, Kelly, just want to go out to the car, turn the key, and you've got no problems. And you don't want to understand it. You don't have to.
But sometimes, like, going back to the car analogy, because that's what we're on, the man will sometimes, he gets frustrated with the woman because she doesn't care to know about what means so much to him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Alan was really passionate about the cars and wanted to go to the car shows and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to, you go do it, and I make that his thing, and I'm not invested at all, that's not good either. So we both have to have at least some level. I have to take some level of interest in your cars, so you have to take some level of interest in our
Some level, but
relationship.
not a real deep understanding. There are a lot of
Right.
things I'm real
But-
passionate about that I think you could probably take or leave.
But I have to support it.
Yeah. Right.
And here's where I say that I believe men are best in marriage. So I'm all about getting the committed relationship from the man you love and desire. Because when a man decides to get married, and he has to make that decision to commit, because women view commitment just as a natural outgrowth of love. We love, have time. With time and sex, we're just committed. That's it. We don't need a formal commitment in terms of marriage. I always say men need marriage much more than women need marriage. Because a woman can be all in just because she's committed through heart and soul by time and sex. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for a man, you have to make the decision to take on the responsibility you see commitment as being.
Right. And this is, those sound like a couple of principles that were from your first book.
About being on the
Absolutely.
team.
About being on the
Signing up
team,
for the
right.
team.
Absolutely.
See, we pay attention and remember stuff.
I know. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because here's where we're going with it, that in marriage, you are most invested in knowing what Kellie is interested in and talking about the relationship because you are invested due to making the decision. Because men live by their decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to live up to those decisions in the best way possible. Correct?
Correct.
You want to show that you make good decisions. As
Most
a
of the
man,
time. Yeah, most
right?
of the time I do. Yeah.
You want to show the world that you make good decisions and that you stand by your decisions and you're a man of your decisions and you don't fail because you make bad decisions.
Exactly. I've experience with this, yes.
Right? So you're going to be more invested in having those conversations about making your relationship work. Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if you just lease a car, Kellie, and you haven't bought it, and you know the lease is coming to an end, you don't really care much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll wait. I won't do that maintenance, that 3,000-mile maintenance or whatever.
Turn it
Forget
in
it.
anyway.
I'm going to turn it in.
Turn it in with bald tires.
Exactly. Yes, there you
That's
go.
what I'm going to do.
There you go, right? Because you're not invested in it.
Right.
It's the same thing for the man with the relationship where he's made that decision and he's committed. So it's why I say with a woman in love, she wants to make it get to the point, which she has that ability. As the mechanic of her relationship, she actually has that ability to get to that commitment if the man is at all capable, is in love, and is marginally at a place of being a buyer. She could do it. And I've had 4 women do that in this past 6 months just by being in my program. Excuse me.
That's all right. While Paula's getting a drink of water. So these are a lot of principles that you got in her first book, which now, as soon as I said that, it just went poof out of my head. What was the name of your first book?
Why Won't He Commit?
Why Won't He Commit? Thank you.
I've read it.
And now these new things you're talking about, the car and the mechanics, is that you said that's part of the course women can take from you. Is there anything online? Do you still offer any of this coaching online, or?
It's all, so what it is, it's a dual program, meaning the people say my GPS program, that's the groom positioning system, and that's kind of what we're talking about here. And then the online One Love program, online to Never Ending Love. They're 2 different programs that I have. And you get a back-end web-based, all the materials, videos, all of that online. And then you get a weekly call with me, which is with other women who are in exactly the same position. And the coaching is both subjective learning and objective because you're talking to me and also hearing all the coaching that I give to other women who are in exactly the same situation.
Sometimes you don't even realize that's you until you hear it. Suddenly there's a recognition when you see it outside of yourself.
So true.
That's really interesting.
And the ladies in your class, Paula, are they mostly single or mostly in relationships or early relationships, or what's the best type of person to be in the program?
Yeah, so the online program is, of course, women who are just doing online dating.
Oh, okay.
And for women, that's, it's a frustrating endeavor.
Yeah, I just had lunch with a friend yesterday, and she was telling me about her online dating experience. So I'm going to, after we hear,
I want to hear.
After we hear what you have to say, I want to give her some tips. Yeah.
And then the groom positioning system is with women who are in relationships, who know they want to take that relationship to see if it can, be fully committed and married.
So really, wherever you are in a relationship, whether you're in one, not in one, wanting one, in a bad one, you can help.
Paula can help.
Right. And then I have a third one that I'm working on now, which is in a beta form called Leave Him to Lure Him.
Oh.
Because I have found that this strategy works exceedingly well with breakups.
Yes.
So, right. And that's its own, for men, it's so fascinating because when I think about it and what a woman does in the situation with a breakup as opposed to what a man would need to do is so totally different. So totally different. It's amazing. Men and women, yin and yang, right? Sun and rain, night and day.
Yeah. And you hate to call it playing games, but it's almost a little bit like a little bit of a manipulation, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
what's
it's
the word.
interesting.
It's not
Yeah.
mean-spirited. But I mean, you've got to move this way to make him move that way. So in a way, it's kind of a game like chess, I guess.
I think for me, because I get so much satisfaction from helping people come together in committed relationships, because men, and you might attest to this, you love being married because it gives you a purpose.
I have to have a purpose. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I flounder without purpose.
And
that's true for, I think, most men.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it is the best. If you knew, let me ask you, Alan,
okay.
If you knew that, say, before you got engaged,
mm-hmm.
you knew I was working with Kelly in a program, and she was doing, working with me to make the relationship the best it could be. And then would that keep you from asking her to marry you? Would you feel like, oh, I can't marry somebody that did something like that?
No.
Exactly.
No, of course not.
Right, because she would care enough to do it,
mm-hmm.
right? And you as a man, you are just you're the recipient of the great stuff. And you're feeling this is great,
right,
and I'm
exactly.
happy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the same thing as if you have the car and your guy says, honey, don't even think, just put gas in it. Don't do a thing. I'm going to do all the back end on the car. Are you going to say, no, I need to know what's going on with the car? That's kind of like, why are you taking control of it? I need to do that. No.
Nope.
Right?
No, that doesn't happen at our house, yeah.
You're just going to enjoy that it runs really well. You never have to put it in the shop. You don't have to give it a second thought.
And let's just be honest, there are some women who would want to know all that. There are that rare woman who's listening and like, well, I want to know what's going on under the hood too.
Yeah.
It's just broad strokes.
Right.
These are broad analogies
Absolutely.
that apply to relationships. So I don't know why people get so defensive when you make these kind of analogies, but I like cars and I'm a woman.
Well,
you're missing the point.
Right.
You're missing the whole point.
Well, there's always
Right.
one
It's
in the
a
crowd.
gross
Right.
generalization.
Right.
And as I say with everybody, I call them eclipses. There's always an eclipse. For example, I don't recommend that women sleep with a man or have sex with him on the first date, first dates. Mm-hmm. It has to be a progression to allow the man to fall in love in the deepest way possible. And he does that through achieving a woman's time, attention, affection. It's not for any moralistic view. It's
right.
not anything related to it's bad or whatever. It's just what works.
Yeah.
So I'm all about what works.
You do hear the stories like Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, a very
Right.
strong relationship. They slept with each other the first date. And it worked out. It's not to say if you do that, it won't work out.
Exactly.
But you have a better chance if you make him chase and wait a little bit.
And wasn't it you that told us that men, I don't know what the right word is, respect things that they have to earn? Things that are given to them, they don't look at with as much value as things that they actually have to work at and earn.
I mean, do you believe that?
I believe that.
So much of a believer.
We see that with our children and the things that they're given.
Yeah.
It's just truth. If they had to earn it with their own money, that's the most precious thing ever. You give them $1,000 phone, they're like dropping it every 5 minutes because they didn't pay for it.
It's human nature to a great degree, but I think men, and I often say this, sports come from the mind of males. When you think, where did sports start?
Because somebody has to be the best, so they have to compete at something to win.
A couple of cavemen kicking a rock around?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right?
How did that work? I don't know.
Right, we don't know.
Doesn't matter.
Right, we don't know. But the point is it came from the mind of males because males are about the 3 C's: challenge, competition, conquering.
Okay.
Women, 3 C's: cooperation, connection, caretaking.
And cheerleading. That's 4.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I say that men want a worthy opponent. In whatever you're doing, you want a worthy opponent. And you want that in your woman. Because if Steph Curry is playing a high school basketball player, and he could be fantastic, and they're playing one-on-one, and Steph wins the shooting contest, does it really mean that much to him?
No, not really.
Exactly.
Right.
He wants a worthy opponent. He wants his brother, Seth Curry, or he wants, LeBron. And that's going to have the best feeling for him. And so for a man, it's the same when he marries. He wants a woman who challenges him a bit, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And who's a little bit, I need to conquer her a little bit every day, right?
Yeah. I think all of that is accurate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the biggest challenge right here, standing 6 feet from me. But
He says that with love.
with love, though.
It is, because that's how you love in a way,
Yeah.
right? Because if there were a woman who is just all over you and giving you everything you want and admiring everything you do in every single way, and it's no achievement, no challenge, it doesn't feel the same to you.
Right.
It's just, you can't love. Men love through wondering. Women love
I
through
remember
knowing,
that. I remember
right?
that.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little trigger for me because Paula, we love having her on our podcast. She's always a great guest. But Paula, you're getting your own podcast now, part of our podcast family. And it happens to be called
Make Him Wonder.
Make Him Wonder.
The Make Him Wonder podcast.
Yes. And when is that going to be debuting?
Well, it has.
It has?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody told me. I know it's part of our podcast family, but I didn't know it had already started.
It has started. We're at episode yesterday 14.
What?
Yeah.
What? Nobody, y'all need to get a better. Sean needs to give me a
You're
press
not talking
release.
y'all.
I didn't really even know that I thought it was still coming. I didn't know it already started.
No, I had started, and then, Sean and I connected after I had already started.
Oh, so now it's part of the Yay Network family. Okay, that's
right.
where
So be nice to Sean.
Oh, I will.
Yes.
No, I thought maybe he had let 14 shows go by without me knowing. So now you're part of our podcast family.
Yes, thank you. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
yes.
and so it's called Make Him Wonder, and I guess you can find that just like you find us, iTunes, Google Play, wherever
Google
you
Play,
listen.
yeah.
Go search for Make Him Wonder. And how often do you release new episodes?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yes.
And if you subscribe, it'll automatically pop up. But you're also going to be speaking. If you're in the Dallas and Fort Worth area, we have a large portion of our podcast audience here. You're going to be speaking at a women's expo this weekend.
That's right. Dallas Women's Expo. Ultimate Dallas Women's Expo.
The ultimate.
Ultimate.
But it's not in Dallas. It's in Irving.
Yeah, sorry.
That's the confusing
Yes,
part.
it is.
Like the Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington. The Ultimate Dallas Women's Expo is actually in Irving at the Irving Convention Center. It's all day Saturday and Sunday. Paula's going to have a booth out there, and I'm sure you're going to be selling your books and probably, if you can, get a little bit of advice out of her. But you're going to be speaking on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. And that's May 19th, Sunday, May 19th. And if you can't catch her then, you can stop by her booth, number 528.
That's right.
And see Paula. Now, what are you going to be speaking about on Sunday afternoon at 12:30?
It's kind of an overview of what, we've talked about here many times, right? Principles in my book, and some fun stuff for married women too, which is right, because it's all part of it, right?
Right.
And then the coolest thing is that the booth is a really wonderful giveaway. It's a register to win. And I have a from John Landrum Bryant, who donated a pair of 18-karat gold earrings.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Worth $3,500.
Wow.
Whoa,
And it's
dropping a dime.
nice register to win. Yeah, and there's some other, 10 other gift cards to Ulta. So it's fun, 'cause
Yeah.
that's what the expo is all about.
Yes.
Women coming and, trying new makeup and perfume and new, cookbooks and things, all kinds of,
And there's fashion shows and things like that. I haven't been to a women's expo in a while, but I know the Dallas one's always really good.
yes. And the keynote speakers there, Leanne, I always say it.
Locken?
Yes.
Leanne Locken. From
Yeah,
the Real
I always say
Housewives of
Locken,
Dallas.
and that's not right.
Leanne's
Locken.
one of the keynote speakers there.
She is.
Oh,
She's got
wow.
a very
That's
interesting
awesome.
story to tell. She's survived a lot in her life. Very inspirational,
yes.
actually.
So she will be there. Melissa Gilbert. There are a whole number of speakers coming, and I think Melissa Gilbert speaks right before me, so I'm really excited about it.
Very
Melissa
cool.
Gilbert, Little House on the Prairie.
Right?
That
Remember?
Melissa Gilbert.
Yes, she was Laura Ingalls Wilder. on
Laura
Little House on the
Ingalls
Prairie.
Wilder.
She's also got a very interesting story to tell. So
Hey, we can't let Paula go, though, before we touch on online dating. I wanted to touch on that real quick. Can we do that?
yeah, we can. let's tell you really quick about a product that we love called Scentbird.
Love Scentbird.
Now, everybody wants to smell good, right? You love it when somebody compliments you on what cologne you're wearing, right, Alan?
Jenna just complimented me just a few minutes ago when I walked in the studio.
What did that do for you when she told you smell good?
Oh, I felt like a big man.
Yeah, you did. And I love it when people ask me what perfume I'm wearing. That's a compliment. And the thing is, whatever scent you're wearing, it lets people know you have good taste too. Well, what we love about Scentbird is it's a prescription. It's a subscription thing that you get a new perfume every month. And in that perfume, it's exactly a month's worth of sprays, right?
Yep.
A few spritz gets you through the month. And you can also try new colognes, new perfumes that maybe you've been thinking about, but you're like, I don't know if I want to commit to $100 bottle. Well, with Scentbird, you don't have to. You can try it and see the reactions you get. Because a lot of times what you think smells good to you, maybe somebody else isn't noticing it. So you can keep trying different fragrances until you get the one that keys in on what's best about you.
I love trying all the different fragrances, babe. Gucci,
I love trying them.
Tom Ford, Kenneth Cole, Burberry, Prada.
Same for me, the Calvin Klein, Tom Ford, Versace. I love that the little containers are small enough. They're great for travel. And this summer, you're going to be doing a lot of traveling and you want to do the online carry-on bags. No problem getting through security with those. It's the perfect size and it fits in your purse, fits in your carry-on bag. Scentbird is perfect for summer travel.
And with an exclusive offer just for our listeners, you can get 50% off your first month. Today, that's only $7.50 for your first fragrance. To do that, go to scentbird.com/sandwich. Use our code SANDWICH for 50% off your first month. Again, that's Scentbird, SCENTBIRD.com/sandwich for you to try your first cologne or perfume for just $7.50. Sign on, smell amazing.
Thank you, Scentbird.
Your program. You have an online dating program?
I do.
Okay, so how does this work, Paula? Because we talk about online dating a little bit, and as you know, this is how Kelly and I met.
I know.
And we have people ask us all the time about what do we think, what's your experience
well,
with this.
I know that, Kelly, she must have done high-level mechanics in that way because...
I didn't even know it.
Yeah, but you did it, and a lot of it does come naturally.
Yeah.
A lot of it does, yeah. But I have a 7-step program for women in online dating that I call One Love. And any woman can go and take the onelovedatingtest.com and see where she falls on a scale of being either a bumbler.
A bumbler?
Well, Bumble.
Yeah, that's how we met on Bumble.
I know, right? A bumbler, a circuit breaker, or an A-dater.
Oh.
Yeah. So, she can figure out kind of where, and I give some tips on that and so forth. But it is a systematic way to allow for a man to achieve in small ways along the way that allows him to feel differently about a particular woman. And this helps a lot because, online there's so many choices. For men, it's a smorgasbord, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's a feast.
Did you see the way he...
Oh.
Right?
Anything you want.
Right.
Yes.
You don't want everything on the smorgasbord. Some things you skip over.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it might not be what you want, but it'll be all you want.
Boy, so true, right?
Oh.
He says that a lot.
Yes. So, and that's how men view it. Mm-hmm. So in order for a woman to set herself apart in a way that allows for a real relationship to possibly develop is key. And that's the third step in my program. I'm not going to give it away, but the third step is so vital, and it's at the very beginning. But I help for women to see how to present themselves from the beginning with the online profile, with the pictures.
That's what we get asked a lot about. How to present yourself. What am I doing wrong with my profile?
Because they're not getting swipes, or they're not getting matches with the people they want to match with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it always starts with that first photo. You lose them on the first photo.
Boy, you got it. It's so true.
And then the rest will come. But for men, they're just that less than a second they make the decision. I've sat behind Big Al, for instance, and other men who have been swiping. And they don't, I say, wait, go back. You didn't even give her a chance. But they make that decision, and then you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You have to have the most incredible first photo.
Yes, it's very important, and it's not necessarily what women think that it is, because consumers will want the most provocative photo, right?
Yeah.
The sexiest, right? Because you're not in a place of being a buyer, so you're not looking for a possible wife, right?
Right.
And so, but if you're a buyer and you see that really provocative photo, you're not going to necessarily swipe right on it.
Right. That's why I've always said that until my mindset was that, okay, now I feel pretty good about myself and my situation. I'm on here to find somebody who is serious about perhaps taking it in a relationship direction. Until I had that mindset, I was just out there swiping, having fun because I was a consumer.
Exactly.
But for men, I guess, I had to, in my mind, say, okay, now I'm committed. If I'm going to meet somebody that's going to want to be in a relationship with me, I have to have that committed mindset,
You do
right?
get sick of the buffet after a while.
Oh, boy, it tastes good. But I tell you what, it'll fill you up. It'll fill you up, make you sick. It'll make you sick.
Yes. Funny analogies, but kind of true, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, seriously, it'll make you sick.
So you get more choosy. As you become a buyer, you get more choosy in your time, spending your time, putting your attention. But a consumer will, no. A consumer just, because men, we're all the puppies, and men will want to be around us, right? And any pretty picture that suits their fancy, they'll, just swipe right on and go forward from that.
Yeah.
But it's a time waster for women.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who I just had lunch with, and she said she's been trying online dating for about a month, and she's been dating a lot. She said she was taking Kelly's advice, actually, on going out on a lot of dates.
Making it a second job.
Making it kind of a second job. She said she was going out on maybe 4 or 5 dates a week, and she had kind of learned that, okay, I'm just going to do coffee dates because of the time. And she said and maybe you can tell me what happened in this situation, but she said she met this guy who looked pretty attractive on his profile, decided to meet him for coffee. She's relatively tall, so she's looking for someone a little taller. And he had misrepresented his height by about 6 inches.
I mean, I told Alan, we automatically as women assume you're lying by an inch or two. That was extreme.
Well, he said he was 5'10". She said he was 5'5". He was very short, but she said, you know what? I was just trying to be nice and have coffee with him, and we're just trying to get to know each other. And she says, so what do you like to do for fun? And he says, I like to have sex. And she said, okay, I don't think this is going to work for me.
She got up and left.
And she got up and left.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
absolutely.
But I thought that was just really bold for that guy. I mean, what's he doing? Why is he doing
gets
that?
Enough yeses that it's worth it for him to keep trying.
So he was
not looking for a relationship.
He was obviously a consumer.
Right. And that's what the program helps with, because it circumvents that by the third step that women must make happen so that they don't waste their time like that. And I have a little bit of a different view, because I don't think it's a numbers game. It's you have to, because you get burnt out on that numbers game.
And she did it for a month, all those dates, and said, I'm out.
Yeah. Yes. And that's too bad, because it is the way. Look at y'all, it's the way people meet, right?
It's the easiest way to meet, in my opinion. But
It is. And men don't get as frustrated and bored because you're with a puppy every night.
yeah, that's true.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah. But we're not looking for that. I say, ladies, you're only looking for one, right? You're only looking for the one. Doing a numbers game online is not the same as in life. Because if you've met them already, and I make a big distinction between that first meeting and an actual first date. Because until a man has met you, you have a nice meeting, and then he asks you out on a real date. That's your first date.
yeah.
Right?
I believe that.
That's your first date. Now, that said, I am not at all for the coffee meeting.
Okay.
Ever.
Now, why is that?
Is coffee sexy?
I mean, I'm standing here drinking one right now. What do you think?
Oh, very sexy.
So that wasn't our first meeting. Our first meeting was sushi bar.
Right. But as I reflect what Paula just said, that was more of a meeting to me. It was our first date, but it was a lot of small talk.
Absolutely.
A lot of shoulder to shoulder.
Right.
Well, at the bar, we're side by side.
Yeah, we're side by side.
Can
but
I tell you, that's part of it. That is what I recommend. I recommend for first meetings, you do happy hour in a nice, more upscale venue where you meet at the bar. That side by side in that first meeting is very important.
We didn't even know it, but it was important.
Yeah.
Why is it important?
It's important for a number of reasons. When you first meet someone, if you sit down and you're across from each other like this at a table,
Like in an interview.
it gives a sense of that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's very off-putting for men to be in that eye-to-eye contact, because when you do that with men, it's more, and this is like deeply psychological in your brainstem, it's more confrontive. When she's side by side with you, and you might touch her arm a little bit, right? And you smell the scent of her hair or perfume. And it's just an easy, more relaxing. You can look away. You're not staring at each other. You as the man are going to want more
Wow.
the next time.
Who knew?
I didn't know. That's a great
And they
tip,
asked us
though.
if we wanted a table. And we said, nah, we'll just sit at the bar.
Oh, so you did what I would be recommending.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unbeknownst to us, and that's why we're married.
There you go. But you know what? I always say there's a famous rabbi who says, and it might be a traditional Jewish adage, how it begins is how it ends. And when you begin in relationships in the right way, it can much more turn out to be the right ending.
Wow.
Yeah.
So a part of our story at the beginning was me doing magic on the second date. Did you think
number,
that?
I think we had gone
Second or third?
more times.
Do you think that's a good idea? Because Kelly didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
And what was it?
I don't know. As soon as he pulled out that deck of cards, I automatically was like, oh no, what is he doing? And I don't know what it just, I had like this reaction where I
Right.
know he's going to start doing card
I pulled out that
tricks.
deck of cards. It was wonderful. Yeah.
And I kind of folded my arms because I know he's going to do magic tricks now, and I'm going to feel stupid because I'm not going to be able to figure out
You
the
don't
trick.
do magic to make people feel
I
stupid.
know that, honey. I'm just telling you about what was going
Right.
on at that time. And so anyway, I sat there with my arms folded, and I was like, "How did you do it?" And so I made him. He actually told me he did the magic trick.
Oh, that's fun.
Well, because I was such a butt. But I've forgotten. I couldn't tell you how to do a magic trick now, but I just didn't like feeling stupid in that moment.
Interesting.
And then the other people around, he starts doing magic, and everybody else is like, "Oh, it's so great." Now, who's your biggest cheerleader
You
when it
are.
comes to magic?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
happy with him doing it now. But on our date, I don't know why. It was just off-putting.
Well, you
to
didn't.
me.
It was surprising, I think. It's not something you would
I
normally.
never thought I was going to date a magician.
It's not something you would normally see.
Right.
Right. Anyway, it's kind of a side
so
note there.
yeah, it's interesting that for a woman, small things mean a lot in that first, right? Mm-hmm. For the guy, there's that old joke. What does a man have to do on a first date to make things work? Everything right.
Oh, okay.
What does a woman have to do on the first date to make it work? Show up,
Yeah. Good call.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had some experience with that. too.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly,
sure.
right? Because she's the pretty puppy,
Mhm.
right? And it doesn't really matter what she's doing or saying. You kind of overlook all of that, right?
Yeah.
For the possible chance of achieving her.
Sure. I remember back, I'd give them a chance even if they showed up an hour late. I'm still sitting there just thinking, okay, well, that's okay, I guess.
Exactly.
They showed up.
At least she showed up.
That's
showed
right.
up,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah, and
Right.
that's male. And you guys are an anomaly in that you met on Bumble, which I don't recommend for women Bumble
Oh.
at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the
Well,
ones.
when
I
we
don't
were
recommend.
on it, it had just basically started, So now I think it's evolved a little bit more. You have to pay for these premium memberships and different things that weren't around. But what's your problem
The
with
reason
that?
I don't recommend Bumble is that a lot of the men, and again, you were an eclipse, an anomaly.
Yes, I absolutely
Or
am.
maybe it took you some time being a consumer before you realized, I don't like being a consumer. I just want to, right?
Yeah.
But most men go on Bumble because it's an easy way. You don't have to be the one doing the pursuing. You know that she's going to be the one reaching out. And so as for the male psyche, that automatically sets it up where the woman doesn't know whether or not he would have been the one to choose her. And on Bumble, it's probably not swiping right, correct?
No, you swipe right.
You do
There's a
now.
connection.
Okay.
And this is the way it was. I don't know if it's evolved to something else. There was that we matched, but it was up to me to say hello.
Right.
And you have 24 hours to do that. And if I didn't, he would have the option to extend it. Like you can go back and give me another 24 hours. So that's the man's thing. But if a man matched with me, I would go ahead and speak. But then if he, depending on how he responded, was how much more I would put into it. So that's how it worked for us.
Yep. So I come at it from the way that's going to produce statistically the
Right.
best outcome, right? And that is that the man is the one who sees that woman and says, "Oh, I want to go after that," in
makes the
whatever
first
way, shape, or form,
communication.
and makes that first communication. So for everybody, I don't recommend Bumble, but of course it life and it happens. There's no set one way. I just recommend the best way for the best chance.
And that's every other one. No, because I mean, they all have such.
Oh,
they all
they
try
all-
to tweak them to make them unique, so it's a new idea.
Yes.
But I mean, you got the old. I think what happened with Tinder is it just got so saturated, and there was just too. You have so many matches with nobody you'd want, and so then when Bumble came along, it was like, oh, it was new. It was more. Fewer people were on it, which made it
Kind of felt a
easier.
little more exclusive and serious at the
did.
time.
It did at
Because
the
I was on
time.
both. I was on Tinder and Bumble.
At the time,
And it
it did.
felt a little more authentic than
And now
Tinder
there's
did.
one called Hinge that
Yep.
a lot of my girlfriends say they're doing, which
Yes.
wasn't around. And I think that's more of a little bit of a Q&A thing where I don't even know.
Yeah, Hinge is more when you're in your area. It will. You have an app that would show like, okay, I'm here, and 2 miles away is somebody I would match with. So if I'm out, I put on my Hinge, and then
They might just meet you out.
yeah, it's that. Oh, this person is right there.
So come on.
So it's like, yeah. So it's a whole, there's so many gimmicks because each app or site has to put themselves apart in some way to market.
Your favorite right now for single ladies?
I really don't. I think that what I do, though, is highly recommend things like only being on one at a time. And one of the greatest little tips I'll give out is that if you've been on for a while and your matches are dwindling or you're not doing really well, take down your profile or hide it or whatever you do on that particular site or app to take it offline. So what happens is you wait at least a week. The more you wait, the longer you wait, the better. You re-up it and you unhide your profile, and now the algorithm shoots you up to all the possibilities, like you're
new again.
Yes.
New stuff. Yeah.
And this really helps if you're not doing well on a particular site or app, and to not be on multiple ones at once.
Okay.
Because you see this usually within an area and within an age range, the same men are seeing you. And it comes across for the man as just a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to use the words like cheesy or
Kind of like a
desperate.
YouTube ad you can't get out of your face. One of those.
A little bit, right?
A remarketing ad.
Yeah, because if you are on, and men can be on all the sites they want, it's not going to matter, right? But if you run across a woman that, she's not on all the, like, it's more, again, if you're in the state of being a buyer, it's a better possibility for her. She's unique,
Yeah.
different. And this is what been like the third step in my program and all the way through the 7. It's to keep you in that little bit of a different category that helps you become the one.
Tell you what, when you're looking at that China buffet and you're looking at all those different foods and then they pour out that fresh honey chicken, you want a big scoop of that. You don't want all that old stuff.
You need to write your own book. Life's a buffet.
There we go.
Paula's the one that was talking about the buffets.
Got you hungry because it's about lunchtime for us.
Right,
That's
exactly.
right.
Well, Paula Grooms has had the Make Him Wonder podcast for a while, but now she's a part of our Yay Network podcast family. And if you'd like to, I'm sure you give out advice like this on your podcast
It's real
every
coaching
week.
conversations, real women in real time,
That's
going
awesome.
through real. So it's very interesting.
So listening to another woman, you might recognize a lot of yourself, even if you're not the one being coached. You can pick up a lot with that. So it's the Make Him Wonder podcast. And don't forget to pick up her book, Why Won't He Commit? If you've been in a relationship for a long time. I get asked this a lot in Love Letters to Kelly. We're living together. We have a baby. We do all the things. I can't get him to propose. This book could be life-changing for you. So why won't he commit? And don't forget, Paula, you're going to be out at the Ultimate Dallas Women's Expo at Irving Convention Center this weekend. So if you're listening to this podcast later in June, it's too late for the convention, but it's Saturday and Sunday, May 18th and 19th. Paula's going to be at booth 528, but on Sunday, May 19th, she's speaking on the main stage at 12:30. And there's going to be a lot of great speakers. So if you want to go look up the Ultimate Dallas Women's Expo, you can find out how another friend of the show, Leanne Lockin, is going to be speaking too. We've had her as a guest before too.
Yes.
So yeah, and onelovedatingtest.com. I'm trying to remember everything we talked about.
Yeah.
Onelovedatingtest.com. That's for the single women who are interested in
right, and want to find out where they fall in really being an A-dater, or and knowing what to do to move them up in the online dating space.
And that's a free thing to do?
Absolutely. And you can just go to willhecommit.com and it pulls up right there, and you can take the test. There's another one if you're in a relationship, the consumer versus buyer relationship test, which tests your guy on where he is, being either an ultimate consumer all the way up to a bona fide buyer.
Yeah, if you've got any question, Paula probably has the answer.
Paula has the answers.
Yeah. Well, Paula Grooms, thank you so much. It's so great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks,
Welcome
Paula.
to the family.
That's great information. I always learn something when Paula's with us.
So wonderful.
Always pick
I don't
up
think he
something
wanted
new.
to let you go. He's like, tell me more. No, we do. I mean, we have so many of our single girlfriends who are great. And we're like, I don't know what to tell you. All we can tell you is what worked for us.
Right.
You've researched it and you know a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
We can only give advice based on our experience.
I can make analogies between food and cars, and
Yeah,
that's
you
about
got
it.
that.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
But you love that puppy analogy, too.
I did from her first book.
Thank you, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.
Good to see you. Make sure you tune in to her Make Him Wonder podcast. And I'm going to have to listen to that because I'm sure, like she said, it's not just for women who are looking for love. It's people who are already in love and in relationships.
I may even give that a listen just to understand the women a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe she'll have us on as guests on her podcast.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Sure.
We got jobs to do, babe. Lots of jobs to do. And we also recently just hired our very first employee.
Sure did.
For Canda Media. So our little business is growing. And it's really hard if you are a new business to hire the right people to help bring your vision to life. And that's one of the great things we love about ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter.
Because hiring used to be hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
You used to, before ZipRecruiter, you had to go through weeding through resumes.
No.
What's that experience like?
Gosh, it's just so time consuming. You don't want to have to do all that. No,
And how do you know you've got the right...
I got work to do. I don't need to go through a billion resumes.
Right. And when you get them in your office, you're like, why are you here? You're not at all what I was looking for. Well, ZipRecruiter makes your job so much easier. They send your job out to over 100 of the web's leading job boards, but they don't stop there. They've got powerful matching technology. They scan hundreds of thousands of resumes that are out there to find the people with the right experience, and they'll even invite them to apply for your job. As those applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one, spotlights the top candidates so you don't miss out on a great match. And ZipRecruiter is so effective, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within that very first day.
And right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/sandwich. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sandwich. Once again, ZipRecruiter.com/sandwich, SANDWICH. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire, babe.
It is, honey. Well, thanks for doing another podcast with me.
Yeah, it was fun. I always learn, something. I get a few good nuggets whenever we talk to Paula. She's a great person to have on.
And it's always fun to have you come into the studio, my day job, as I call it, the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Yeah, I like coming up here because there's all kinds of fun things to do up here.
All the buttons. You found all the Allen buttons, huh?
I'm looking at a big list of, I guess, Allen drops here.
Well, Allen, I have a homework assignment for you. We've got to start working on our YouTube videos because we want people to start being entertained and informed by you, because you have been doing these cooking videos, like we said at the beginning of the podcast, that people are loving, and we want to get those up and running.
Got a lot of interest in that cabbage thing I did.
Mm-hmm. A simple, I think people want stuff that tastes good, but they also want it to be really easy.
Tastes good, easy, and healthy.
Right. They don't have time to devote for 2 or 3 hours in the kitchen for a dish.
I know I don't.
Wolf down in 5 minutes.
That's what Chef Alonzo does. He does taste good, he does healthy, and he does easy.
So we're going to be doing a lot more, hopefully, things that you will find entertaining on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and head over to youtube.com and find A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Like it and subscribe if you will. And we're going to be adding some new content very, very soon.
Look at you, babe. That's called a marketing promotion.
That's what I do.
For our YouTube brand channel.
That's what I try.
Good job.
Honey. Thank you. Thank you.
You must do marketing for a living.
I'm trying. All right, so that's it for this episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Thank you for joining us. Thank you again to Paula Grooms for being here.
Thank you, babe. I love you desperately. I love all our listeners desperately. And I'm sure we'll do this again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.